Hello, welcome to. No, I'm going to start that again. No, I'm laughing. Yeah. Hello, welcome to Not Dead Yet. I'm Dan.
I'm Lee. Hey.
And we're just going to have a quick chat about what we've been up to. We haven't been doing this that often recently. Lee out of the two of us, has a life. So he's actually been doing stuff. So I think this is the first one that we're doing this month.
Yep,
and we've not done one since sort of mid-June now. So.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Lee? Lee has been busy, so...
Yeah, been quite busy. It was some good stuff. I went on a friend's stag do. It's one of my oldest friends. We've been friends for over 20 years. 23 years.
Okay.
He's getting married, and we're on a stag do dressed as superheroes and villains. So we dressed up, went into London, got a kind of beer bike. It's like a bar. You cycle like 4 on each side, and you're cycling, and you.
And in the middle of it, there's a bar.
Well, I thought there was, but you take your own drink.
Okay, all right.
So you're drinking, and it's exhausting, man.
Yeah.
And then we did that, and we went for a meal, and then to a comedy club, Jongleurs, and then to a disco afterwards. But the funny thing was at Jongleurs, yeah. And I went as Skeletor.
Yep.
You can see the picture on.
You were Skeletor?
Yeah, no one like.
No, I'm joking.
Skeletor, yeah. But no one knew where it was. I was with
they're all the right age though.
As in, a lot of people out and about.
Okay.
Didn't know but people were dressed as say the Hulk. Dan, the groom.
Yeah.
Hulk. You had Iron Man. You had Superman, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Do you know? And
standards.
Yeah. So Skeletor does look a bit odd. And my friend Richard, who just dressed in a onesie, a leopard onesie, and called himself a Thundercat.
Yeah, no, I saw that, and I was like, I think he's meant to be a Thundercat, but that is lame.
Yeah. He regretted that,
yeah.
Obviously. It was great, but obviously, so we went to a comedy night, and that's really good when you're dressed as.
Are there any name comedians there?
There wasn't anyone that I recognised as a name, and there wouldn't be anyone I'd be bothered about checking out.
Okay.
Again. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. Didn't get picked on as much as we thought, but what they pointed at me and said, "Am I the Hulk?" And I was like, "Well, no, the Hulk's sitting behind me." I didn't say it like that because he would have ripped me apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But then a lot of the time I forgot that I was wearing it.
Should have set Beastman on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I went to a Michelin star restaurant.
Oh yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Chapters in Orpington.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. It was absolutely incredible.
Really?
It was like I've never eaten before.
Okay.
It was really fucking good. It's that sort of thing. What
did you have?
I had.
Is it everything soaked in truffle oil?
I had I had quail, I think, to start with, and then I had for main. Do you know what? I can't remember. It was amazing, but I can't remember. My memory is really bad. But it was one point I was eating, and I was I had a bite. It just melt. And it's like a food orgasm or something. Yeah. And it was incredible, and that was really great. And also, I went to an exhibition of a friend of ours.
Yeah,
Cian O'Neill. Kind of surreal, dark-ish sort of. A lot of his stuff's based on torso and rotting vegetables.
It's heavily abstracted though.
Yeah. I kind of had to say this. I used to say this kind of certain Francis Bacon elements to it, but he didn't like the comparison on that.
No,
but it was incredible. He's his first exhibition for a few years.
Some of his work reminded me of someone before, and I spoke to him about that, and I don't think he liked that comparison either. Obviously, because he's an individual and beautiful snowflake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it's really good stuff though.
Yeah, it is really good. You check it out. I put a picture up on Twitter, and I'll maybe reshare that. So yeah, quite varied. Quite action packed, and been really good fun. How about you?
I have done a couple of things, which is unusual for me. I went to a friend had their birthday drinks at Dinerama in Shoreditch. So it's like. If I had to describe it, which is what I have to do right now, is I would say that it's kind of like the atmosphere of at a festival where all the food and bar bits are.
Oh yeah.
And there's loud music playing that's nothing to do with the band on stage.
Yeah.
It's that.
Okay.
So it's like a festival without the bands.
It's like a food festival.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't eat anything there. I guess the food was all quite nice food, and
is that opposite Shoreditch Station?
It's where we went for your birthday.
Yeah.
you literally like walk round the corner
Yeah.
onto Great Eastern Street,
Yeah.
and it's literally about 20 metres, 30 metres up there.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. And that was pretty cool. I got there, couldn't find my friend whose birthday it was, texted her and said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm here, where are you?" And she said, "Dinorama." And I'm like, great, got that bit. Yeah, where within Dinorama are you? Because it's quite a big, it's basically made out of like shipping containers. So there's like an upstairs bit and there's like a big open bit and everything. And it was rammed.
Right.
So I couldn't find her. And then obviously she texted me back and said, "I'm at Dinorama." And I was like, yeah, I kind of know that already. So
Handy.
yeah, so then she obviously stopped checking her phone because she was out with her mates already. Luckily, I bumped into another friend there, and so I spent about 2 hours hanging around with this other friend.
Right.
And then eventually she texted me back, and then I went down and met them. So that was good, and I actually got quite drunk.
And I
didn't have a heart attack.
Yeah, as I say, last time you got palpitations.
So maybe that was just cider.
So did you drink beer this time?
Yeah, I had bottled beers, and didn't have any kind of weird heart palpitations, and was quite hungover the next morning. But yeah, that was good. What else have I been doing? Swimming. I started swimming again.
Oh,
the swimming
excellent.
pool have finished refurbishing the changing rooms.
It's been a while. How long has that been?
They were doing that from March until end of June.
Okay.
And I don't know what they did. Like, they've changed the doors to the lockers, and they've put in, I think, maybe new cubicles. Right. But that seems to be all they've changed.
3 months is quite a...
3 months for that, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I started doing that again. So when I stopped going swimming at the beginning of the year, when this happened, I was doing 50 lengths every time I went.
Okay, yes.
Which is nearly a mile.
It's good. Yeah.
Which is pretty good, yeah. And when I went back 2 weeks ago, I did 10 lengths and thought I was going to die.
So easy to get out of it.
Well, and, you know, I am naturally lazy. I smoke. And
you started drinking again.
And I started drinking again, yeah. So fitness went for a Burton there. And yeah, what else? So this week I kind of been, how can I say this? So let's just, you know, I do online dating.
Yeah.
I kind of given up on that for the moment because it's a lot of effort and I kind of can't be asked.
Yeah.
And I kind of got myself thinking, like, well, what am I doing? So it feels like the last sort of 6 or 7 years, I've kind of been waiting to meet someone and then think, right, okay, well, I'm going to settle down then. And that hasn't happened. So now I'm kind of thinking, what the fuck am I doing then? What am I going to do in my life? I'm not going to continue waiting for that to happen.
Yeah. So
then I started thinking, well, okay, maybe I should just fuck off to Japan and go and teach English over there, which is something I've talked about doing a lot. And then I thought, well, okay, I can't do that though because I've got a load of debt that I need to clear, and you know I need to save money to do that and all that sort of stuff. So chatting to my sister about that, and she started asking me questions about my finances,
right?
Like simple questions, like how much are your monthly outgoings, like bills?
Yeah.
Which I couldn't answer. So she then very kindly spent about an hour talking me through how money works.
How was that experience?
It was good, actually. She's very good at that, and I'm terrible at it. So, you know, I don't even open bank statements.
Yeah, I don't.
The only time I look at my bank account is when I pay my money in, because obviously I'm self-employed, so I pay myself. So I pay my money in, and then I look at it again when my card gets declined in a shop.
That's same as me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I have literally no idea what's happening with my money, which horrified my sister. She said it was actually making her feel sick.
It is bad.
Talking to me about how bad I am with my money. So yeah, she spent a good hour giving me a telling off, but a kindly telling off.
You need it though.
And kind of telling me what I need to start doing. So I will now. Yesterday I sat down and worked out how much I have going out every month.
Yeah.
And what I need to start doing. So, but obviously this is basically now kind of taking control. So I can say, okay, well, if I do want to go to Japan and I need to save X amount of money for that, and I need to clear this debt, how do I do that? How long is it going to take? So, you know, it's not happening anytime soon. Yeah. At this rate, but I can start working towards it now.
It's quite good. I mean, I'm kind of at a similar stage because I'm really bad with money.
Yeah.
Like, I spend what I've got.
Yeah.
Never had savings. You know, I've always kind of looked very much like, you know, live month by month. Now, I've got like some debt to pay off, like my wedding last year, so I'm still paying. Well, we're still paying it off. So I was doing really well this year of paying off credit cards, up until about 2 months ago. I've really busy summer.
Yeah.
So I've kind of set my plans start of September.
Okay, right.
Like end of August.
Yeah.
So at the moment, like I'm really like kind of like not wanting to. So I've got like a bunch of really good stuff. Planning something I've done and I've got coming up. But there's so much that it's like I just want to be past that. I want to be in September,
So you
and I want to do that. Because I've got the monthly what I'm going to pay every month for what I'm going to allow myself to spend. And kind of excited by that. I'm like excited.
Yeah, no, I kind of feel like that. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's something. The way that we've just both fessed up to that we're terrible with money. That's fine when you're 21.
Yeah.
The problem is that neither of us are now. You're married. And we're both in our mid-30s, and then suddenly that way of living isn't appropriate anymore.
No, true.
It's really, really not. And I think it's also because I think your goals change as well. Obviously mine are not drastically different to what they would have been, I guess, at 23, 24, but they become bigger. So whereas when I was 23, I'd be like, oh, I really want to get that box set of Smashing Pumpkins singles.
Yeah.
And so I would work towards that. Now I'm talking about, well, I might quite like to work towards leaving the country.
Yeah.
That's a significantly bigger sum of money needed than getting a box of 7-inch singles.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm looking at I want to start saving for a mortgage.
Yeah, exactly. So these are the things, and I think at that point, then suddenly, just going, oh well, I'll check my account when I can't buy food in Sainsbury's. That kind of stops being appropriate, then, doesn't it?
I mean, I've got at the moment. I'm still trying to cut down on going out unless it's like necessary stuff.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm like, I like going out. So like every now and then, I'll go like 2 nights ago, I said to Michelle, I just fancy going for drinking in the pub. She's like,
can we afford it?
Do we need to?
Yeah.
Or can we stay in? I'm like, oh, okay. Or we can get drinks and have drinks in. Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm not that bothered.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's a good.
But that's the thing. Like, I think if you know how much money you've got, then you can start making informed choices.
Yeah. Totally.
And so go, okay, well, I'm not going to do that tonight because I know that I really want to go and do this on Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think you can, and that's what my sister was saying as well. She was saying, then you actually start to get some control over it, and you know that, okay, well, I can't do this on Tuesday, Wednesday, but then I know that I can do this on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of terrifying when I did actually work out my outgoings yesterday and how bad I have been with money. And, the biggest problem, I don't lead a really lavish lifestyle. The problem is that I'm a freelancer. And so I might, like at the beginning of this year, I had like 1 day work for 2 months. And so that means that there's no money coming in for 2 months. And like you, I don't have any savings or anything. So that means that I just go into my overdraft. Now, when I said that to my sister, I was trying to defend myself by going, but I'm not a spendthrift.
Yeah.
It's just, this is what happens. And then she went, well, it's even more unforgivable that you know nothing about your money then. If you are in a situation where you might not earn any money for 2 months, then you, more than most people, need to know exactly what's going on with your money. And I was like, all right, fine.
Just little sister.
Weirdly, I bumped into, as I was going into work yesterday, because my brother-in-law, so my sister's husband, works around the corner from where I was working one of my clients.
Oh, okay.
And as I was going in yesterday, he was walking past the building that I work in to go and get lunch. And I was chatting to him about that, and he said that he gets the same kind of chat from her as well. So that made me feel a little bit better. I was like, okay, it's not just me then. So what else? I think it's football silly season at the moment.
Yes.
Which I really enjoy sometimes.
Yeah, it's cool. You've bought loads of players.
Yeah, I think we've learned our lesson, and instead of doing what we've done in the last few seasons, which is do all of our transfer business really, really late on in the transfer window, so they don't get a pre-season, and then we're desperate.
Yeah.
So we just have to sign someone. We did it all before the transfer window opened. We need to get maybe one player in, and most of our business now is going to be players going out.
Is it 8 players you've got, or 6, is it?
I think it's 7. Yeah.
7.
Yeah. Some of them are kids, though, and they're going to go straight out on loan, or like a reserve goalkeeper, he's not...
But that's good, it means that you kind of like...
That's your best bit of business, though.
Yeah.
He's not going to be your reserve goalkeeper either. He's going to be your first choice.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So, obviously, Lee's an Arsenal fan. I'm a Liverpool fan. You've bought Petr Cech. What's that, 9 million?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, he's our highest paid player now. Now, I'm kind of like, he's a great keeper.
He's awesome.
But then sometimes you're thinking, you're getting kind of like your rivals rejects. Is that?
No, but I don't
know.
But Chris Booth was saying this as well.
He's like, I'm not.
He's like, a great keeper. He's in decline, and I went, no, he's not in decline. The reason that he got dropped for Courtois is that Courtois was going to go.
Yeah, that's true.
If they didn't make him, they had to basically shit or burst there.
Yeah.
And say, okay, either we're going to keep this guy who is going to be our keeper for the next 10 years, or we keep playing Czech, who we're maybe going to get 5 or 6 years out of.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
That's the thing. He's a perfectly good keeper. I don't think he's only like 33, 34.
Yes.
That's not old for a keeper.
Like, I think John Terry said that Petr Cech kind of earned them, if you want, 12 points in a season. He would single hand. So like when we finished, what 15 points behind Chelsea?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden,
I think that's a cracking signing.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that you've managed to do it so easily.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised that we've managed to get a big player off a rival.
Yeah.
Team. Look when we tried with Suarez, Liverpool.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's not. Usually players leave Arsenal to rivals.
Yeah.
So I think it shows where Arsenal are now as well. Like we for years, or the last 5 years, have lost our best players to rivals.
Yeah.
Or other teams like Barcelona and like Fabregas. Like we had 3 seasons in a row where our captain left.
Yeah.
Captains left. I think like who was it? It was Van Persie. It was Fabregas, Van Persie, and maybe I can't remember who before that. So now we're getting players from rival teams coming to us, like Welbeck.
Yeah.
It's
starting to look like. Remember that long period of time where Arsenal fans were getting really uppity about the fact that Wenger wouldn't spend money. I'm now starting to think that there wasn't money there. Because you're now spending money, which has coincided with your stadium being paid for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
And since that's happened, you went out and bought Ozil, and then you went out and bought
Sanchez.
2 massive signings, which wouldn't have happened while that stadium was being paid for. I think that's a lot to do with it.
I mean, I think Wenger as well. I've always been a pro Wenger fan. Yeah. Like even in those years, we qualified for Champions League football. I think we're only just behind Real Madrid for the most consistent. Like we're like a couple behind Real Madrid, I think. Where there's no other English club has been in Europe for the last 18 years.
Yeah. No, it's crazy,
But no, it's going to be interesting. We've not really signed anyone else.
I'm really excited about Liverpool's prospects this season.
So who have you signed? I kept a major eye on it.
So we've got Danny Ings, which is going to a tribunal to sort out the fee because he's an under 24 player. So there are set tariffs for those players. We've also got James Milner.
Yes, that's a good signing.
Which is a cracking signing. And Roberto Firmino.
I don't know anything about him.
He's Brazilian, played for Hoffenheim. He's not an out-and-out striker. He's a forward, but scored quite a lot of goals, an amazing amount of assists, and is more than happy to get stuck in.
That's good.
Like he tracks back and he presses from the front, basically, which is
you need that.
Definitely which is what Rodgers wants.
Yeah.
We've also signed an American kid. Who looks pretty awesome. Divock Origi is coming now, who we signed last season but went out on loan to Lille, stayed at Lille for a season.
Okay.
And we've taken keeper, I think Adam Bogdan, is it, from Bolton? He's going to be our reserve keeper, which, but apparently he's not awesome, but he's better than Brad Jones. Hopefully when the ball's coming towards him, he won't jump in the opposite direction.
It's good for a keeper.
Yeah, no, that is good. And more importantly, though, we got rid of our backroom staff.
Yes.
And so we've signed the England under-19 manager as our assistant.
Okay.
We've promoted the under-16s coach to be a first-team elite player development coach.
Right.
And it looks like we're going to get Gary McAllister.
Do it in what capacity?
He's going to be a first-team coach.
Okay, what's he been up to now? Who's legend?
Yeah, he was assistant at Villa under Julio when Julio was there.
Right, okay.
And he was Leeds manager for a short period. But he's the guy that Gerrard credits as teaching him how to be a professional.
Yeah, great player.
Yeah,
great player.
He was awesome for us. I mean, we only had him at 2 years at the end of his career.
Didn't Man United have him for a brief period as well?
I don't think so. I think we got him from Leeds.
Yeah.
I think. But I'm really excited about that. Like that looks really, really interesting. Basically, that looks like Rodgers is saying, right, I've probably got, my neck is on the line, I'm going all out.
He's got one season.
Yeah, exactly, that's it, yeah. So if I'm going to get sacked, then I want to have had a go, basically, which I totally respect. Do you know what I mean? I think that's awesome.
Looks like Sterling's going as well.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be on a one-man mission to make, he's like in a competition with himself to see if he can make himself look a bigger dickhead than himself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy what he's doing at the moment.
Is he pulled out of your pre-season?
He's trying to. He went off sick 2 days this week. Yeah, I don't know what he's up to. I mean,
He's got like Balotelli thing about it.
The thing is though, and everyone keeps saying it's his agent advising him to do that, but he's 20 years old.
He's not a kid.
Yeah,
he's not a kid.
Like at a certain point, you need to take responsibility for what you're doing and recognise that this is not the way to behave.
No.
The thing is, he's only on 30 or 35 grand a week. I say only, but in football terms, that's not a lot of money. Yeah. That's like a very basic average Premier League salary.
Yeah.
Now, we don't need to sell him.
No.
So if City don't come in with 50 million, he could very well find himself playing for the reserves.
Yeah.
And we're quite happy then to just go, all right, well, enjoy your year with the kids.
Do you know what? If I was you, I'd just get rid of him. He's not.
I'm happy to get rid of him, but City have to pay what we want.
Yeah. He's not. The thing is, he hasn't had enough seasons
of
quality football he's got ahead of himself. He's got ahead of himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if Gerrard behaved, he wouldn't obviously, but if he had behaved like that, I get it. If Giroud for Arsenal did it, you go like, okay, you've proven yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Fair play.
Totally.
But like,
he has not.
He's
himself.
Great. He's great player. He's got great potential.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I think the thing that he's forgetting as well is that the reason he gets game time every week is because we haven't had anyone else.
No. Yeah.
If you go to City, they have got other players, and if you're as inconsistent as he is, he's going to be on the bench. But more than likely, he's going to be doing amazing things for our under-21 team next season.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, I think we should probably wrap up there.
Yeah.
You can follow us on @HelloNotDeadYet.
Facebook, Hello Not Dead Yet.
Email us on hellonotdeadyet@gmail.com.
We're on Instagram as insta_not_dead_yet.
And other stuff.
Spotify. Hello Not Dead Yet _.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for us. We'll see you next time.
Toodaloo.
Bye.